But moving along. I'm going to move on to our next story of the week, which was the second AEW WWE War of the Week was on Tuesday night, October 10th, and they ended up going head-to-head because there was baseball on TBS, right? Is that what pushed AEW away? I think that's what ended up.
I guess.
I think it was the Dodgers losing or something like that. If I'm not mistaken, I'm not sure.
The Dodgers played on Tuesday?
I thought they played on Wednesday. They played on Wednesday, so that's why Dynamite couldn't be on TBS on Wednesday.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. Okay.
That's right.
They had the Dodgers. We had the Dodgers to watch embarrass themselves. So they moved their show to Tuesday night, and they called it Title Tuesday. So that was they're trying to go up against NXT, and they knew it was going to be a little bit of a war because NXT was hot-shotting, right? They brought a bunch of guys down, like here's Cody Rhodes. I've got a video lined up. Cody shows up to the Performance Center, which is a cool little venue. I like that it's small. I like that it's indie. It's kind of homey, and it's cool when you see stars go down there. It's a little weird to see them in a little tiny place. But let's see what they had on the show. Cody was the GM for the night, so he came in. He was making matches coming out throughout the show. They had Rhea and Dominic. They came in. They wanted to challenge Dragunov for an NXT title match, so it's like right there. It's another hot shot booking. That's a pretty good one. Asuka was down there to face Roxanne Perez. Cena came down. He had a face-off with Braun Breaker, which was pretty good. Pretty good rub for Braun Breaker throughout the night, as we'll see later on. LA Knight was there. Damn, look, pulling out all the stops. Special ref for this match against Dominic and Dragunov, which was won by Dragunov. Obviously, they didn't go so far as to give up, but a good match. Good work. Heyman was there. Oh, we lost Robert.
Oh, sorry.
And he's back.
He is. Yes. Okay. Sorry, I got scared for a second. But if you're just joining us on this podcast, who the heck is just joining us? Nobody just joins us on TV like that anymore. But we're going through NXT, all the stars that were there. So here's Heyman. He was in Braun Breaker's corner for his main event match against Carmelo Hayes. And, Brian Pillman Jr., sort of a debut, a little video vignette that he has a new name.
He looks just like his dad.
Yeah, except the beard. Yeah, he has a beard. We could talk about that a little later, but I'll go through the rest of the card. This was the ending. So it was Carmelo Hayes against Braun Breaker, and it was a little confusing. I had to watch this a bunch of times because I didn't realize really what happened. But Solo came in because he's feuding with Cena, and then they don't really show Heyman leave because Solo and Cena brawl to the back, and I guess the camera cuts away, and we didn't see that Heyman kind of snuck out with them. So he was there to help Braun Breaker, but in the end, he didn't really do anything to help him. He was just there. He leaves, and Braun Breaker is left by himself to take a clean pinfall off of Carmelo Hayes. So that was the ending of the show. And we're going to go through Dynamite and see a little bit of what they did, too, on this night, as they went literally head-to-head at the same time slot. But this was the ending of the show. Clean loss for Breaker. But there's an afterbirth, and he attacks Carmelo Hayes, and he says even though he lost, he's a real badass. Or what did he say? I'm the only real badass around here. And then Undertaker's music hit, which I guess didn't really come out of nowhere. They were teasing that he would come to NXT. So
yeah, the American Badass version of the Undertaker.
Did they say that? I think it was at Fastlane. I saw something where they were kind of previewing NXT, and then they did the gong.
Yes, exactly.
So he shows up. The Undertaker shows up to face off with Braun Breaker, and it was a real trip. Obviously, like what the heck, Undertaker and NXT, like. But what do you think about them pulling out all the stops here? Like, was it in response to AEW? Did they want to put a nail in AEW's face today, or does it have really nothing to do with that? Are people looking too deeply who think that?
I don't know. I think it has to do with more the fact that they have a TV deal coming that people are, they're trying to get a TV deal for Raw and NXT, and I think it has more to do with that than really trying to bury AEW. I mean, AEW does a good job of burying themselves. They don't need WWE's help. But yes, obviously, I think it was more to do with that. You're right. They hot-shotted the show. They brought in all their main stars, which they always have the ability to do. If they really wanted to, they could probably do this, bring in a couple of stars every show at the very least, But yeah, I think it has less to do with AEW than more to do with the TV deal that they're trying to get for Raw and for NXT. That's what I think it is.
Okay. But did you think it was a good show? I mean, overall, did you keep an eye on this?
Yes. Yeah. I actually watched this. I never watched NXT, you know this, right? So, of course, I'm watching when I know that Cena's going to be there and Cody's going to be there and The Undertaker is going to be there. Yes, I'm going to watch. Okay, that's just, I'm going to keep an eye on. I mean, I'm not going to watch Dragon Lee or maybe Carmelo Hayes but I will watch, I will watch the big guys and the big stars that I do know. So for sure, LA Knight was there too, not to mention, yeah.
Robert, what do you think about that final scene with the Undertaker coming in with Braun Breaker and telling him
that was that was my first time seeing it when you showed it. I didn't actually watch the show, but I guess I should have.
Oh shit! Crap. Okay, so yeah.
But it's cool. I'm like just.
Undertaker came in and told him, yeah, you have a bright future. One day you're going to be a big superstar. But one thing, buddy, that ain't today. And then he whooped his ass, which was really perfectly done the way he said it. It was right there. It's just that ain't today, kid. I'm sorry. And then he popped him in the face, which was a really good punch the way he did it.
Yeah. Great wrestling punch.
Yeah, so, Braun Breaker got buried. He lost. He lost the match clean. A lot of interference and shenanigans, but a lot of people are still saying it's still a great rub. Right, Vlad?
I think so. I did say this maybe a couple months back on one of our shows that I personally think he's the one guy that's definitely the breakout star of NXT. He's the guy that should be pushed, and I don't know why they have Carmelo Hayes beating him all the time, which they've, I guess, done a couple times. And this show was no different. But still, I think just the fact that it's acknowledged that he's going to be the star that's going to be the breakout thing, and the fact that Heyman is with him, because Heyman's always with the next big thing in wrestling, right? So I think that's a sign of things to come for me. But so yeah, I think it was a good run, despite the loss and the choke slam and whatever else that he got from the Undertaker.
So Robert, you with all those names coming up that they were teasing would be there, you didn't care to watch it? You didn't want to?
Maybe he didn't know.
There's too much wrestling, man. I don't have time to watch everything.
That's true.
Watched Fastlane, Dynamite, and SmackDown.
It's okay. I'm just messing with you. You get all the summary here at the Malapert Smark Podcast anyways, so we'll fill you in on everything. You don't even need to watch anything, guys. We'll fill you in. Don't watch wrestling. Just come to our show. But
yeah, we'll do a great summary of the week. Exactly.
Yeah, so they went up against AEW Dynamite, which used to be AEW's flagship show. I don't know what it is anymore. I don't know if you'd call it that. I don't know if they have a flagship show anymore, but okay. It is.
It's their flagship show.
It gets the best ratings. So
yeah, making its flagship show, yeah.
But they did get demolished on this Tuesday night, which was, I think it was 900-something thousand to 600-something thousand. So
right.
WWE won the night, which, they didn't really win most nights when they used to go head-to-head at the beginning. Most nights were won by AEW. I think maybe a couple of nights NXT won or something like that. But so this was a night that was won by NXT, because I don't think I mentioned that at the very beginning.